This story is by the real Blizzy on TikTok. She explains how a woman had found out one of her coworkers had did voodoo on her. Take a listen to the story.
So what would y'all think is crazier? The fact that you found out that your coworker had been doing voodoo on you, or the fact that you found out from your boss? Scary story time. So this girl, let's call her Mary. Mary just graduated college. She is so excited because she just got a job offer, which is really good. It's her first big girl job and she's so excited about it. In the first week of the job, she absolutely loves it. She loves her bosses. She loves her coworkers. And the feeling is vice versa. Like, her bosses love her, her coworkers clicked instantly. Except for one coworker who seemed kind of standoffish. Now, let me add that Mary is really, really pretty. Like one of those girls that's like God's favorite. Perfect features, perfect body. Anyway, she didn't really mind that one coworker that was standoffish because she doesn't judge. She's thinking that that coworker is probably just not a people person. And we all know somebody that's an introvert. Anyway, so about a month into the job, that same coworker who seems standoffish is kind of getting a little more on the nicer side. But mind you, that coworker is twice her age. She noticed that the coworker would always try to nitpick everything that she does. Even if she does a good job on a project, she'll find something small that she could have did better. Even though nobody else around had a problem with it, even her bosses. It's just little things like that that she would do all the time. But still cover it up with oh, but girl, I love you. You're so pretty, you're so nice. And so everything was going well until as the months go by, that coworker just started to get meaner and meaner and meaner. And it got to a point where you could feel the tension when she walks into a room and Mary's there. You can tell she does not like Mary. Now, don't get me wrong. All the other coworkers, they noticed it, but they all thought that she was crazy for not liking Mary. Because Mary's literally the nicest person in the world and she's so sweet. So fast forward, it's Christmas time, and her job is having a Christmas party. She couldn't make the party because she had to fly back home to visit her family for Christmas. And so Christmas went great, New Year's went great, she comes back to work. And the first day she comes back, she notices that the coworker isn't there anymore. So she asked somebody, she's like, oh shoot, what happened to so-and-so? She didn't come to work today? Everybody looked at her like, girl, boy, did you miss so much. She was like, what did I miss? What happened? And so right then and there, one of her bosses calls her to the office. And now she's a little nervous because she's like, I wasn't even here. What could I have possibly done? And so she goes into the office with her boss. And her boss sits her down and says, I'm so sorry. She's like, what are you sorry about? Boss is like, are you okay? Are you feeling good? Has anything been weird for you? She's like, no. Can you tell me what's going on? So her boss starts telling her that at the Christmas party, other coworker got a little drunk. And when she found out that Mary wasn't coming, she showed her ass. She starts saying, good, I ain't want that bitch here anyway. I don't like her. She's so stuck up. She thinks she all that. She has all y'all wrapped around her finger, but she ain't full of me. She's not gonna be in this job for too long because I've been trying to get her out the picture. And so everybody's like, what do you mean get her out the picture? Mind you, she's drunk, y'all. And she's like, oh no, not like that. I'm not trying to unalive her or anything. I'm just doing voodoo on her. Everybody's like, what? What reasons do you have to do voodoo on her? Long story short, she was kicked out the party because she was so drunk. Received an email, got fired the next day. Because apparently she would bring little voodoo stuff into work and put it in the coworkers, in Mary's office. Anything Mary owned, coffee or anything, a picture, she would try to for example, after the talk with the boss, Mary went to check her office, only to find that at the bottom of her door, the corner bottom, there was a piece of paper with Mary's name on it 7 times and a little clump of Mary's hair. How did she get Mary's hair? She has no idea. And so the boss kind of explains that to her, and she's like, what the actual fuck? Mary must have been really protected because none of it worked. She can only assume that that's why over the months she was getting meaner and meaner because the harder she tried, it just wasn't working.